Oh, lo mfana nje umfana kazana lo. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Awuhlokhu uzana seqala iclass lami lapho Buthelezi. Ngilenza. Good day, traders. My name is Sitlengema from QuickTrade. Welcome to our technical analysis webinar. Please indicate if you guys can hear me. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Gert, please shoot me a message there, big guy. My mic is on this side, so you should hear me without any issues, I guess. Okay, someone has sent me a message. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, Gert, thank you so much, big guy. Hello, Khozo. I think I've seen you in one of our trading sessions before, Khozo. Is that true? So we won't be starting from scratch. Am I right, Khozo? Okay. Okay. I'm on the right chart. Oh, okay, Khozo. Thank you so much. I won't start from scratch. Okay. Let's have a look at this chart, guys. This is the chart that we sent out. In fact, we're gonna have a look at 2 or 3 trade ideas that we sent out today. I think we sent out GBP USD, we sent out AUD USD, and another one was BAW, Balo Worlds. Balo World, we sent it out this morning. Okay, let's have a look at the GBP USD. Let me remove this line. We said the buy or the entry on this one was 1.35. We said the entry was 1.35, and you see every time it gets to 1.35, 1.35, the price bounces off this line all the time. The bounce started on the 4th, all the way up until today. We've been bouncing off this line, so we haven't had a close below 1.35. If you see any daily close below 1.35, maybe in the next couple of days, you must be very, very, very worried. You must get worried, because I mean that could mean that maybe the sellers have overcome the buyers, so they are pushing the price lower. If that happens, we could see the price maybe coming down to 1.33200 or 1.33 flat. There's a good chance that we could see that. But I mean, it looks like there is some dollar weakness creeping in, more especially after the disappointing set of numbers that they churned out yesterday. The numbers that came out yesterday, they weren't very good. They were poor. We were expecting the US dollar to pick up on the back of inflation numbers showing that the US economy is really heating up. But I mean, there is no such signs at the moment. So the next meeting that the Fed or the Federal Reserve Bank is going to have in in June, I think there is a very small chance that they are going to hike interest rates. So that's what the entire market was looking at when it comes to forex. So we've bounced off this area here. If we get a follow through, there's a good chance that we could see this market maybe pushing higher, maybe going towards that area there where I have my cursor around 1.376. 1.376. That's where this market could actually climb up to on the Great British Pound. Let's go and check our weekly chart. how it looks and why we are saying that we think that that area is important. Okay, I think the answer is obvious. Let's change this to our line chart. You see, if you change this to our line chart, the turning point is here. This is our turning point here. Can you guys see the turning point here? This turning point, the price was coming down, approaching this turning point. This turning point is our support. So around this support area here, 1.35 on the weekly, that's where we have some buy orders waiting. And if you draw a rising trend line, you can see that we are in an uptrend. From beginning of 2017 to date, the market has been rising. So this market would have to break below 1.3500 for us to change our view and think that maybe the market is now beginning to go down. At the moment, the market looks like it's well supported around 1.35 there. We're going to have a bit of a push up. Let's look at the candles. You see the candles, the market came down, it left this small tail behind, this small tail here, and it went up. And this week, today is the last day of this trading week, and the market came down to this area again. It's been flirting with this rising trend line for quite some time, and every time it does, buyers come in and push the pound up. So that's the reason why we think that there is a good chance that we could see the pound picking up a bit against the US dollar. So we are looking at that. We think that we are going to do well here. That's the reason why we think that this is a buy. Do you guys have any questions with regards to this one? Okay, another thing that you can look at. I understand. Okay. Let me highlight this point. I think it's very important that I highlight this point so that I don't get you guys confused. Okay, let's look at the monthly. The monthly time frame. We are still trading above the moving average. Something to note is that this bar hasn't ended yet. It's going to end on the last day of on the last business day of May. So we are still in the middle of May. So this doesn't count. I know that we are below the moving average, but this doesn't count. We're only gonna visit this at the end of May. For now, we are still on a buy. The market is just flirting with our moving average here for now. From here, we should get maybe a bounce. If we don't get a bounce, we'll see we'll see with the price maybe closing below the moving average on the last day of the month. For now, I'm okay with this. Okay, so overall we are in an uptrend on the pound against the US dollar. Forget the politics that are happening in the UK, Brexit, and all the other negative data that we got over the past couple of days. Let's look at the daily chart now. Daily chart is below the moving average, but the main thing that we are looking at that support of 1.35. That support of 1.35 is very important. Even if we did not have the moving average, I would still call this a buy. I think it looks positive where it is right now. So for that reason, I think that there is a good chance that you're going to have this bouncing up. Let's check the one. Let's check the hourly time frame to see what it's doing. Well, I mean, the hourly time frame has bounced off this 1.35 yesterday. Around 4-5, it went below this area and it shot back up again around 7, and now we are going back up. The area that maybe you should look at, maybe worry about, is this line here. Let me show you this line here. I've just highlighted this line. Let me make it a dotted line. This area here around 1.36. Let's just call it 1.36. Around 1.36, there's a little bit of of resistance there. That dotted area there. Okay, it's bigger now. Bigger. Yeah. That area there at the top. That area is you can even call it what, 1.3900. or we can say it's between 1.359 and 1.36. Around there, we can expect to see maybe a little bit of resistance. I think there are going to be some sell orders waiting around this area, around 1.359 and 1.36. Around that area, we have some sell some sell orders waiting there, I guess. So we'll see what the market does when it gets there. I think maybe before the end of business today, we are definitely going to get to that 1.359 or 1.36. I think there's a good chance that we are going to get there. So we must keep an eye out for that area to check what the market does when it gets there. Okay, are you guys okay with that? Are you happy with the way that the US, sorry, the pound US dollar looks, guys? Are you happy? Do you have any follow-up questions with regards to the analysis that you've just done on this one? Khotso Baloi Gert. No, Khotso, I don't know what you're referring to there. 1.6. No, 1.6 is too far away. I never said 1.6. I said 1.36. I said 1.36. Yeah. Yeah. So if you get a break above 1.36, then that would mean that the buyers have an upper hand. The buyers have an upper hand, and the sellers are giving up. They are moving away. They are getting out of the way. But I expect to see a little bit of a tussle there around that area, 1.36. The sellers aren't just going to back off easily. They won't take it lying down. They're going to try and push the price lower. But I mean, how far down they're going to push it, I have no idea. But right now, it looks like there's a good chance that they are going to show up when the price gets to that area there. So that area is worth looking at if you are trading the GBP USD. Okay, another one, if you guys don't have any more questions on this one, another one that I want us to have a look at is AUD USD. Sure, I don't know whether we've missed the bars here already or not. I have no idea, but sure, it looks like it's pumping. Already it's gone up 0.38 since we started trading this morning. It's been seesawing, coming up and down the whole time, but I mean, right now it looks like it's powering ahead. It's AUD USD. We sent it a couple of moments ago. We sent it out a couple of moments ago, so we'll have a look at it and see if there's anything that we can get from it, or if it makes sense for us to even trade. You know. Okay, let us remove all these lines that we have here. I was doing my analysis earlier on. Okay, let's do the weekly. Okay, let's come down to this support here. You see this support? We are marking this support here, this turning point here. And we can mark well, I mean, we'll mark a few here also. Because I mean, this is where the price is at. So we want to see what's happening around the price. We want to see what's happening around the price. Is the price really respecting some of those turning points? You see, there's a turning point here that I'm marking. There's another one here. So let us make them a little bit thicker. Okay, we have these three lines here. The market bounced off these three. The market came down below these three lines. It bounced off them, and it's now started moving higher on the weekly chart. I understand that we are still trading below the moving average, but like I said earlier, support and resistance are more important than your moving average. So if we end the week like this, there's a good chance that next week we could have a little bit of a follow through. This price could actually go up to test that moving average around 0.76587 or 0.76500. I think we may even get there looking at the chart structure. I think there's a good chance that we could get there. Now let's look at the daily chart. Well, I mean, daily chart, we bounced off, we went up, we closed above the moving average yesterday, and the price is above this line that was our resistance earlier. This line is now not our resistance, it's now our support around 0.75 and the price is looking positive. We are up 0.37 or 0.34 according to the chart here, and we think the price is actually going to move a little bit higher against the US dollar. We like this close above the moving average on the daily. We like the fact that we've just hit our support. We had the reversal pin bar here at the top, sorry, at the bottom, the one that I have my cursor on. We have the next candle as a big engulfing bar, and today we are having a follow through. If this follow through uh, carries on like this for the session, there's a good chance that there's going to be more buying happening on this stock. That's the main reason why we thought that this stock was a buy. So we are comfortable with holding this one. We think that it is a good buy. We think that it's going to do well going forward. Another thing that we are looking at, maybe that we can do, we can draw a falling trend line. There's a falling trend line here. There's this falling trend line. We are way too far from this falling trend line. So I think the price, you remember what I said to you? I said the price could go up to maybe 0.76500, 0.76600. So that's where the moving average is on the monthly. Is it the monthly? I think it's the weekly. The moving average on the weekly, let me check. It's 0.76645. So it's around that area where we have our falling trend line there. So we should expect maybe our price to get to those levels maybe before we meet any strong selling pressure from the bears in this market. For now, I think the bulls are actually going to do very well against the US dollar going forward. Okay, guys, do you have any questions with regards to this one that we sent out this morning? I think just a couple of minutes ago. We think that this is a buy, and this is the reason why we think it's a buy. After the disappointing set of numbers that came out of the States, the CPI numbers yesterday, the US dollar is weakening a bit. The move higher by the US dollar is really losing some steam there. Okay, the next one that we're going to have a look at is Barloworld. We've spoken about Barloworld for a few times. Khotso, do you want to say anything? Please shoot me a message there. Okay, guys, I'll wait for Khotso to finish typing his message here before I carry on. Maybe he wants me to go back to the to the AUD/USD. Resistance on an hourly, no, it's not strong. So okay. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let's check. Mm, Okay, let's get those levels. Okay. This is our current resistance. Okay, so okay, okay. If we close this hour, I mean at one above 0.755, there is a good chance that we're going to move up to 0.75800 without any issues. So the next area of resistance I'm looking at is 0.758. That's the next area of resistance. The current support area. I'll tell you why I'm saying that it's support. We crossed above the dotted line, and that cross is about well, I mean that area is 0.755. Let's just call it 0.755 or 0.75517. We closed above that at 12. So the market came back down to try and test that line, and it went up, and it's looking positive. If this continues, there's a good chance that the market is going to move higher. We're going to go up to that area of 0.758 next. So that's the level I'm looking at on this one. So I don't know if that's the support area sorry, resistance area you're talking about there, Khoto. I don't know if we're on the same page there. Okay. Now let's have a look at Palo World. Palo World was sent out also today. Palo World, Palo World, Palo World, Palo World. Okay. There is a rising trend line that worries me here on Palo World. There's a rising trend line. There's a rising trend line. This trend line started in 2016, and the price has been rising the whole time. That is on the daily time frame. On the on the daily time frame, when you draw another trend line or a trend line within a trend line, we have support around 160, 159. We have support there. Although we are trading below our moving average, we have support there. But I'm worried about this main trend line. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I mean, I've been looking at at the U.S. market. The U.S. market is looking promising. It looks like it still has some legs to run. So if this continues, there's a good chance that we could see this market making us a bit of money if we stay on the right side of it. So we have that support area there around 160, 159. We are looking at that. If that area fails to hold, there's a good chance that you could see the price maybe coming down to 150, 145 levels. For now, we are happy with the picture that we see there. Let's go back to the monthly chart now. The monthly chart. The monthly chart, we are above our moving average. We've been up since July 2017, end of July 2017, and for the past couple of months, the market has just been consolidating or trading sideways. So there isn't much really happening here on Wealth. I won't lie to you, there isn't a lot of momentum right now. There isn't a lot of momentum right now, but I mean, what we are buying there, we are buying support. We think that it's well supported where it's trading. There's a good chance that it could spring higher and make us a bit of money. Because I mean, if you look at most of the shares on the JSE, they haven't been doing that great. They haven't been doing that great. They've been trading very poorly. So we hope that this one is going to move higher if we look at the mood in the market, because I mean it's one of the resilient stocks that we have on the JSE. Although it has been coming down, but I mean it hasn't come down that much. So we think that there is a lot of value that value investors and long-term investors are seeing on this on this stock, and yeah, it's looking okay. It's going up. Sorry about that, guys. That's what we are looking at. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that this moves higher and to our desired profit profit levels. Okay, AVI. You're saying AVI. If you guys don't have any more questions on World, please let me know. Or if you have some questions, please let me know so that we can have a look at that. Okay. The next one is AVI. Gert wants. Oh, guys, there's a problem here. Sure. Sorry about this. I think my system has just kicked me out. I need to go back in. Yeah. That's why I got that funny message there. Sorry about that. It's taking forever. This is taking forever. Sorry about that, guys. Let me quickly fix it. Okay, guys, we are back on. Thank you very much for bearing with me there. I had a problem with the system. Now I'm back on. Hi, welcome, Nakolo and Kakiso. Welcome, guys. So which one were we looking at? Let me check. Which one? We're looking at AVI. Okay, wanted to go check out what AVI is likely to do. AVI. Okay. These are the important levels. Well, I think we need to look at on AVI. I'm doing this on a weekly chart. We haven't checked the monthly chart yet. Okay, we have resistance around 111 currently. Let me check. What is the question? Do you think AVI will drop below support or around 106.50? Okay, tough question. They hurt. Okay, let's draw the rising trend line. The trend line is very important. Okay. Okay, the overall trend is up on this one. Overall trend is up. We are above our our simple moving average. We have our SMA supporting the price currently on AVI. We have our price supporting the SMA. If you are using the daily chart and the 200-day moving average, you'd have more or less the same picture. The price trading above the moving average. AVI seems to be under a lot of pressure currently. Hurt it seems to be under a bit of pressure. Today we are down 1.49, and yesterday we closed below the moving average. We closed below that 110.74, 111 resistance, and the only thing that is supporting us now is 107. Which is our support at the moment. If we break below the support, the next layer of support is at 105, and the next one is around 103.55, 103. That's where I'm seeing the next layer of support on this one. 103.50, 103. But we first need to take out 107. If you get any close below 107, the next area of support is 105. And okay, you're talking about 106.50. 106.50 is doable. It may go down to 106.50 because I'm looking at the momentum currently. The momentum is negative. We're trading below the moving average. We're below this resistance around 110.74, 111, and we have this support around 107. So those are the areas that I think are really supporting us. Currently, so you have to keep an eye out for that 107. If you get it close below 107, the next area of support is 105. If that one fails, we're going to 103.50, 103. That's what I can see here, Gert. You're welcome, Gert. Okay, guys, we've covered how many shares now? I think we've covered 4 shares. Please tell me, is there anything that you need to? Is there anything that you need to know? Is there is there anything that you think is still confusing you? Is the moving average, support and resistance areas confusing you? What's confusing you here, really? If there is anything that's confusing you, guys, please send me those messages. I see that you've been joined by a couple of guys also. So yeah, they are welcome to ask. Okay, okay, let me check quickly what Gert had to say. Got to run, hope to be back tomorrow morning. Okay, Gert, thank you very much for attending our webinar session. We will, I think I'll meet you guys on Monday. But I mean, there is a guy that's going to be conducting tomorrow's session. That's Pupulang. I have an oh no, I won't see you on Monday. I'll see you on Tuesday. I have an exam coming up on Monday, so I need to be out. So Saturday and Monday I won't be around. But I'm leaving you in the good hands of Mr. Pupulang. He's going to do a good job and looking after you while I'm gone. Okay, let's look at. Let's look at let me add a couple of stocks here. I mean there are stocks that we don't have here, like index. So much. Okay. Okay. Khozo, please tell me, are there any specific issues that you have which are a problem to you when it comes to analyzing the market or getting the stocks that you'd like to trade, or every time when you get a trade idea from us, do you find yourself stuck, not knowing whether to take the trade or not because of maybe your technical analysis? Kagiso, same question. Baloi, same question. Lawrence, same question. Nokolo, same question. What is your specific problem that you have when it comes to checking the charts to understand whether to buy them or not? Is there any specific area that you think that is giving you issues in your trading? Any issues at all, guys? No issues. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's fine. No call. Okay. Let me see. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. No problem. I I understand what you're saying. Kagiso, the reason why I use so many time frames, Kagiso Masitela, the reason why I use so many time frames is to try and confirm what the bigger time frames are saying. Because I mean, I need to go with what the bigger time frames are saying. If the bigger time frames are saying I must buy, I will buy. But I mean, for me to time that entry, to time the buy, I need to use the lower time frames. I can use anything between a daily to a year. I can use a daily to an hourly time frame to time my entry, but using the same support lines that I'm getting from the weekly or the monthly chart. So the monthly chart is important in getting a bigger picture of what is going on instead of just focusing on the daily chart and missing out on the important stuff from the daily chart. So it's very important that you keep an eye on your day on your weekly and monthly chart to get a better understanding of what is going on. Like, let's go back to AVI. I know that you guys did not ask me for AVI. Let me show you. I mean, on AVI, I go as far as well. I mean, on charts, I go as far as quarterly charts. Let me show you. Let me show you here. This is the quarterly chart. Each bar is made up of 3 months. Each bar is made up of 3 months. In I mean the first quarter of 2018 we were negative. Second quarter so far we are negative. So there's a good chance that we could still have another a quarter of weakness on AVI looking at the quarterly chart. So it helps to look maybe at larger time frames to understand the main state of the market, whether it's healthy or not, is very important. This is a quarterly chart. Another chart that I can use if I like, I can use the 6 month chart. This is the 6 month chart that I have on the screen here. You can set these up. You can set these time frames on your charts, and we have another chart, the yearly chart, the full year. Each bar here is made up of 12 months. If you are really serious about I mean upping your trading games, you need to have a look at these. Like if you check here from 2012 we are up 49. Well, I mean let's just call it 50%. 2012 we're up 50%. The following year we're flat. We're only up 4.5%. 2014 we're up 37%. Following year we're up. Sorry, we're flat. We're down only 0.92%, and 2016 we're up 17%. Last year, 2017, we're up 22%, and this year we are down a bit. Well, I mean, the issue is that I don't have enough data. If I had enough data, I would try and see, because I mean, I would try and see if I cannot maybe reach some conclusion that maybe after each year of outperformance, the following year thereafter becomes maybe a year of non-performance or a flat year. Like you see here, 2012 we were positive, 2013 we were negative, 2014 positive, 2015 negative, 2016 positive, 2017 negative. So it was two, yeah, I mean, it was two successive years where we had some positive numbers being posted. So I don't know if this year we're going to have a flat year, or what's going to happen on this one. I really have no idea, but I mean, that's what I look at sometimes. I look at these different time frames. I look at these different time frames. I'll show you this on the GBP US dollar. GBP US dollar, I was looking at. No, I won't use the yearly chart. No, the yearly chart is too big. I'll use 3 months. I'll use the quarterly time frame. This is one of the reasons why I think the pound is going to do well against maybe the US dollar over the next couple of weeks. You see where I've drawn this line here? Okay. I mean, first quarter we're positive. This is the second quarter in 2018, and the price is coming back down to that area. Yeah, it coincides with that entry that we sent out on the British pound US dollar. Yeah, that 1.35 on the quarterly chart. Quarterly chart, the market is there now. We expect the market to respect the previous quarter's open. The previous quarter's open was 1.35004. So we expect the market to respect that. We expect to see a bit of an uptick from that area. And our next resistance using the quarterly time frame is somewhere here. Is somewhere here. Is somewhere here. That's the area that we are looking at. That's the area that we are looking at. So that's the, because I mean, okay, if you move this, I mean, if you take those levels from the quarterly chart and apply it on your daily chart, you can see this is exactly where the market is bouncing off. The market is bouncing off that level and moving higher. So that tells me that that area is actually very important. That area is very important. So that's how we use these, I mean, long-term time frames to determine where the market is moving next. You see on the weekly, this is right on support. It's right on support, and the market has bounced off this area here. So if the market moves higher, we want to see maybe the market going up there and maybe finally getting there. You can even do long-term investing doing forex or doing stocks. Say I'm only looking to maybe check my performance at the end of 3 months. After 3 months, this is what I expect to achieve at least. But I mean, by so doing, you need to make sure that your stops are wide enough, and you don't have any tight stop losses there. I don't know, guys. Do you understand? Lawrence, are you there? Do you understand? Homocho, Manyashi, are you guys okay? Do you have any issues? Do you have any things? Sorry. Do you have any things that you don't understand? Guys, please tell me. That's the only way that I can get to really assist you here. Oh, no questions for now. Okay, Lawrence. Okay, it's fine. I get you. Okay. Guys, we're going to be stopping our session at 1. Okay. What we look at next? Let's look at the gold price. Let's look at the gold price. The gold price looks like it's going to. Sure, there's so many now. Huh? Okay, this is the gold price. Okay. This gold price. Okay, no, let me delete this one. Okay. Gold price has been trading, I would say, flat since 2013, 2014. Not really flat because I mean it came down, but I mean we have that resistance around 1,350. This is the quarterly chart. Every time the market gets to, I mean the gold price gets to 1,350. I mean, sellers come in and push the price lower. We haven't seen a close above 1,350 quarterly close above 1,350 since 2013. We haven't seen one. So every time the price gets there, they sell it. So it's important to keep an eye on that also. Okay, now we are using the monthly chart. Same thing on the monthly chart. We haven't had any monthly close above that trend line around 1,350 since 2013. Every time it gets to 1,350, sellers come in and push the price down. Now let's go to the weekly chart. Just looking at those support and resistance areas. Okay, every time the price goes up to 1,350, sellers comes down. Sorry, sellers come in and push the price down. I mean, here it closed just 1 week above, and there was no follow through. The following week, the price was down. Here it was 1 week above that 1,350, no follow through. Then the following week, the price went down. Okay, here it was 2 weeks, 1, 2. After that, the price started coming down. Oh, okay. No, that's perfect, Komocho. Thank you very much. You're learning. You'd like to master the entry point when placing trades. Okay. So, well, I mean, that is what is happening on gold. And if you look at it currently, it is stuck in this range. Every time it comes down to 1313 on a weekly chart, it comes down, it goes up. Okay, like right now, I think gold is a buy. I think gold is a buy. From here, I expect the price of gold maybe to go up to maybe 1350. I expect the price of gold to go up to 1350. Around 1350, that's when I think we're going to have some sellers maybe stepping back in again to push the price lower. But at the moment, the price of gold to me, it looks like it's on a buy. If you buy this one, you can make a bit of money because I mean it's trading in a range. That range is 1313 and 1350. So I think there is a very good opportunity there if you want to trade this commodity. Let's check. Let's check. Let's have a look on the daily time frame. Let's have a look on the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame. Daily time frame, I think we need to move our line to these turning points on the daily time frame a bit. It doesn't make a lot of difference. Okay, our support right now is around 1305 or 1305, and our main support, in my view, is our main support is 1310 on the daily time frame. As long as the price is above the daily time frame, there's a good chance that you're going to see this commodity moving higher. On the daily, maybe we can move up our TP or take profit levels to about 353. That's where I expect the sellers to come in and push the price maybe back lower down to 1,300, 1,305. As long as you can, as long as you can master your support and resistance, that's where you find your trading opportunities mostly. Because what happens is that each time it approaches the resistance area, it would leave a tail behind and maybe a negative bar after that. So you can actually use that to go in and try and sell that market. That's what you can use. Try and master your support and your resistance areas. Once that is mastered, half of your job is done. You are going to be able to do well going forward. Okay, guys, before I wrap up, any questions? You're welcome, Lawrence. Let's meet again on Tuesday. There will be a webinar on Monday and on Saturday tomorrow, but I won't be around. The guy that will be taking care of things is Khopulang. I think he's going to do a great job in teaching you guys. If there's anything you don't understand, please don't be afraid to ask him 1,000 questions until you get what you are looking for. I know you don't ask me 1,000 questions, but you can ask him 1,000 questions. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.